What's up, guys? This is Ryan from H&S Motorsports. We're out here at Glen Helen Raceway on this beautiful Sunday. Today we're going to be going over the 12-inch model, the Orion 2024 or Gen 2 model. We're going to compare it over here to the last year's model, the 23 or Gen 1. And we're also going to show you a Stacyc 12. This way we can kind of show you the differences between last year's model, this year's model. Also some of what some of the kids have told us, and even some of the parents as well, as they've gotten these in hand. So let's go to the track. We'll go have the kids ride them, test them out. And after that, we'll come over here and we'll kind of discuss all the differences. All right, guys, so we have our 12-inch right here. Unfortunately, we don't have any 12-inch bikes or riders available at the moment. So we're gonna get back and do kind of more of an in-depth test with the other brand bikes that we have available, such as the Super Bolt, see if we can get an electrode out here, some more Orions. So we'll kind of do a bigger scale test. So for right now, we're gonna have him go rip the track and we're gonna see how he does. So we have this bike on race mode. It's gonna be topping out at almost 17 miles an hour. Rider ready? Look at my hand. Go. All right, guys, so now that we rode the Orion 12-inch 2024 model, let's go ahead and kind of dive into the new model versus the old model, and we'll tell you some of this and we'll see what you think. So right off the bat, you can see this down tube right here is bigger. This is where the battery is at. This has a larger 8 amp hour battery compared to this one, which is a 5 amp hour, so you can definitely see the difference in the size. Quality on this one is a lot better. The graphics no longer come on their own separate sheet. They're actually baked into the paint. There's a clear over it, so quality, fit, and finish is really nice. We can see the larger upgraded tires on this model compared to the last one. It does come with their own set of riser bars here. There is no crossbar compared to the stock low bars, or later model, the version, I guess you can call it 1.5 of the Orion 12 did have a riser bar. So that was definitely a big plus. The bars, they don't have the crossbar, as we could tell. Peanut Gallery over here. Hi, Peanut Gallery. Is not a fan of the bar. He wants the crossbar on there. So again, those are some preferences depending on parents, riders, what they may or may not like. Those are the main differences, as well as everything is now controlled on an LCD display you can see right here. On the previous model, it was actually on the bottom. You can see we have a Velcro strap here, so depending on rider skill, we could change the plug. There is a switch right here, and there was a 50% reduction plug in there. That was how you change the speed modes on these last models. On this new one, it's now all done through the display. So you have 3 speed modes and a race mode. I have another video showing you how to do the race mode. One issue that some parents are telling me about is the throttle delay is pretty bad. It's got about a 1.5 second throttle delay, and then in race mode it goes down, but it's still not a zero delay throttle. So that is some of what some of the parents have told us. Top speed on this is greatly increased. It's roughly 15 to 17 miles an hour, depending on the weight of the rider, the terrain, things like that. So overall, it is a great upgrade from last year's model, the 2023. Now, some of the disadvantages that some parents have told us is they don't like the display, and I'll show you right here. So right now we have it in race mode. So we're gonna go ahead and let's simulate that the rider is riding the bike. Right now we're in race mode and in gear 3. While the rider is riding, they can actually change the speed mode while they're riding. So they can increase or decrease their speed as they're going. So there is no parent lockout. That's definitely some concern for some parents. They want to be able to control the speed of it as well. And then if you look at the display right here, you'll see we're in gear 3. This bike is in race mode. It doesn't say gear 4, it doesn't say R for race mode, it just says gear 3. The only way to tell if your bike is in race mode, hold the throttle. You can see that slow delay ramp up, and you can see it says 16.5 miles an hour. If we slow the speed from gear 3 to speed 1, it has no effect. It's still the same top speed. So parents, you've got to be sure that if it's in race mode, it's going to stay in race mode when you turn it on and off, and that's the only way right now to tell if it's still in race mode. Now, the lithium phosphate LiFePO4 battery that is in the down tube. This is a new battery technology for the bike. This is great because what it allows you to do is you can discharge the battery deeper and charge it up to capacity a lot longer, giving you a longer ride time. But the downfall to that is it has less bottom end punch compared to the lithium ion batteries here. If you want to kind of see some of the comparisons, look at our Orion 16 and 20 comparisons. We don't have any 12s to compare with this one right now, but you'll see the difference right out of the gate, how the lithium ion batteries have more of a punch. So Orion does have race batteries coming out. They are going to be lithium ion. That is going to fix that. But just know, out of the box, it is going to have that slower speed. Now, who's going to really not like that? Well, if you're racing the bike, you know, that's going to kind of affect it. But if you're just an average casual rider, you're not really going to notice the difference, only if you're comparing the last 2 models. So, you know, I think it's a really great bike. Like I said, the race mode, not being able to tell is really kind of one of my main concerns, as well as the kids being able to change the speed mode as they're riding. I know I've seen Orion say, well, it teaches responsible riding because then that way you can discipline the rider not to change their speed mode. Yeah, it's true, but you know, I've got a 5-year-old who doesn't always want to listen, and you know, as soon as he pulls away, he's going to crank that speed mode up. So that is something to pay attention to as well. The other one is the weight. This bike comes in roughly 32, almost 33 pounds in our testing. So that's a huge size and weight increase for a little ripper. Orion did put the riser bars on, and then they did adjust the geometry of the peg, so this way it fits larger riders. Now, again, that's up to you if you really think that's a good or bad thing, but it has been stretched out and is a little bit heavier. For comparison, I do have a Stacyc 12. Let me bring that out. I'm going to put last year's model down so we can then kind of see the difference in size between the two. So this Stacyc 12 right here is a built world's race bike. This is actually Cooper Consoli's bike, not stock at all, but you can still see the average size of the bike. This one in stock form with battery weighs roughly 17 pounds. So we're looking at about 30 something. So we're not quite double, but it's significantly higher. You can definitely see the size. Let me put this bike down real quick on a stand. If I don't put it on a stand, Cooper will definitely not be happy. So we'll lower the seat as low as it can go. Now we can see The average seat height is roughly still the same. Stacyc does go a little bit lower, and the Orion 12 is a little bit bigger. But you can see the average size right here between the two of these bikes, which one is lighter. You can see the bars come lower, but there is no LCD display. Stacyc's not perfect, just like Orion, no bike is perfect. They do have their documented issues with some of the controllers. There are new models coming out, so that's definitely gonna help fix that. But I wanted you guys to kind of see a photo comparison between the two bikes. So now you can see the smaller 12, 17 pounds, pick it up with one hand, no problem. With this one, it's 30 something pounds. Oh man, I should work out more. So that's really gonna be the main difference there. Now, those are the highlights of it. Also not pictured, there is a headlight, horn, and tail light. We haven't put it on this model. You know, we wanted to go ahead and just have it lighter for racing. So this is the 12-inch Orion 2024 model. It's available. It is $800, $799, free shipping. Go ahead and let us know what you think about this bike in the comments below. If there's anything else you want to see, want us to test, let us know. We'll go ahead and try to do a follow-up video with that. Go ahead, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We have all these races going on here in SoCal. We do rent these bikes out, so if you want to come try one out before you actually buy, come on down, we rent them out. And if there's any other bikes you want us to see, to test out, demo, anything like that, go ahead and let us know, and we'll go ahead and get our hands on it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.